UFC 314 is this weekend, and I am so fucking excited. This is going to be the best card of the year, man. Like, this is the golden days of the UFC, pretty much. Every single card up the division is a banger. So I'm just going to do the main card, and starting with the opening fight, Nikita Krylov versus Dominick Reyes. Honestly, guys, I think this is going to be pretty easily Krylov. He comes out really hard. I think Dominick Reyes has a bit of a glass chin at this point. Most of the losses on Krylov's record are all submissions as well. Dominick Reyes is never really doing that. I think this is going to be a pretty quick knockout from Krylov. Moving on to the real people's main event, we have John Silva, the demonic dog, versus Bryce Mitchell, the Christian warrior. And honestly, this is like, I this is literally one of the best UFC fights ever. And I mean that. Like, I love Chael Sonnen's way of putting it, which is like, the best fight is when both guys come in thinking that they're going to win. Because a lot of the time these fights happen and one guy knows he's about to lose. Dan Hooker, Islam Makhachev, let's say, right? And in this one, A, they both think they're going to win. B, they both think they're fighting for like a deeper mission. And there's so much pressure on Bryce, but he seems totally ready to accept the pressure. And in my opinion, I think John Silva's sort of realizing he doesn't have the same grasp of the moment that he thought that he did. And all those dog barks are great, but when the crowd doesn't really respond in the exact way, I get a feeling he's losing a bit of his confidence. When he tried to make Bryce jump at this moment, like, Bryce didn't really move. Everything that both Jean Silva and all of the reporters say, Bryce seems to just like perfectly shut down from a place of perspective. Like, he is ready for this moment. The fact that he's an underdog is crazy to me. I think he's going to go in there and dominate John Silva all 3 rounds, 30-27 decision. Maybe 29-28 if John Silva has like a good round where he lands a good punch. But I don't think that Bryce Mitchell's chin is as bad as people think he is. He lost to Ilia Topuria, allegedly had COVID at the time. He did look pretty weak in that fight, but Ilya is also the man, right? And he lost to Josh Emmett by knockout. It was a really short notice fight. Josh Emmett hits like a truck. The other interesting thing about this fight is that John Silva hasn't really fought anyone at a really good level yet. Bryce has fought a bunch of guys at the top level and done very well. Beat Edson Barboza, beat Dan Ige, who actually has a very similar fight style to John Silva. So for all these reasons, I think that Bryce Mitchell's going to take this, guys, honestly, and I think it's not even going to be close. Now, the Mexican standoff. Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. And honestly, I'm like shocked that they're even in the same weight division when you look at the height. I know that Yair is skinny and Patricio's stocky, but this is going to be an interesting fight, man. I mean, Patricio's beaten Michael Chandler. He's obviously strong. He can obviously get the power there, but Yair is so tricky and fast. This feels a little bit like a Michael Chandler, Dan Hooker 2.0, but I imagine that Yair has actually learned lessons from that, not to take Patricio anything other than, not to underestimate him at all. And I honestly, I haven't watched enough of Patricio's fights fully to know whether he can just maul Yair in the same way that like Volk did, for example. Patricio's got more to like prove here. I think Patricio is going to win. I'm making this call right now. I think it's going to be a hard fight, but I think that Patricio is going to win a 3-round decision. 29-28. Okay. Paddy Pimblett versus Michael Chandler. People are calling this the real people, the people's main event, the real main event, but in reality, we know it's the demonic dog versus the Christian warrior. But as a close runner-up, we have the English Beetle, Paddy Pimblett, versus Michael Chandler, who thinks that he's the American hero. This is going to be a banger too, guys. Honestly, like, I don't really... I'm still not sure who's going to take this. I think it has to be Paddy. Every time I've gone against a guy that's like on his come up, I've regretted it. And Michael Chandler's on his way out. He's lost a bunch of fights. Pimblett's on the way up. He has full belief in himself. Even just the things that they've been saying up until the press conference, there's like, Michael Chandler likes to pretend like there's no doubt in his mind as to whether or not he's going to win. But in reality, the words that he's saying seem to show that he could accept defeat here. He's so willing to just accept all the losses that he's had. Paddy Pimblett does not want to lose. He really does not want to lose. And I think he actually does not want to lose more than Michael Chandler. I do think that Michael Chandler can obviously put Paddy out. Also, Paddy Pimblett said that he got some inside tricks from Patricio Pitbull because Pitbull and Chandler had beef. I think that Paddy's going to beat him here. I think that Paddy's going to finish Michael Chandler within 2 rounds, I'd say. This one's a 5-round co-main event. Chandler, even though he's very powerful, when you watch back the Gaethje fight, by the end of the 3rd round, he was starting to tire. And I know that Paddy hasn't been in a 5-round fight, but I bet he's been training for them. I'm actually going to say that he's going to submit Chandler in round 4. And now, main event. All right, Volk versus Diego Lopes. I mean, fuck, man, I want Volk to win this. Obviously being Australian, but also just like, he's such a fucking determined individual. He's inspiring. Honestly, watching Volk's career, anyone who's watched Volk's career, I think we can all agree he's an inspiring motherfucker, man. Diego Lopes is strong. Like, when you see how he hits guys, he really hits them strong. But fuck, Volk seems locked back in. Like, really, he took so much from those losses. I really don't think that he wants to lose again. He wants to get his belt back. He wants to get his respect back. He cares so much about respect and about people believing, no, not believing in it, but respecting the effort that he puts in and the talent and the ability of him as a fighter. And I think that, I mean, it's just so hard when you've been knocked out so many times. I mean, like, Diego has hands that can knock, like, if I really think if Topuria knocked out Volk, then Lopes can knock out Volk. And I know Topuria hits hard, but I don't think that Lopes is that good, personally. I really don't. I don't think he's like that strategically good. Whereas I think that Volk is strategically very good. And I think they've spent a lot of time figuring out what Lopes does right and wrong and how to exploit it. I'm going to go with a 5-round decision win for Volk. I think he's just going to take it. And I think it's going to start off sort of close, but I think just once Volk gets his way and starts just grinding Lopes down, I think it's going to be 49-46 with maybe the 2nd round going to Lopes. Anyway, guys, fuck, I'm so excited for this card. I think I'm going to put a parlay on that's going to cover all of my everything, all of the tips that I just made, but I feel good about this. Not only do I feel good about my picks here, this is just classic UFC. We've got good rivalries. We had fucking Yair Rodriguez blowing up at Diego Lopes like right at the end of the press conference. Classic press conference, classic UFC event. I'm fucking excited, guys. Let me know who you think is going to win. Let me know, like, if you think these picks suck, if you think I'm just like wrong, let me know. I'm interested to hear what you all have to say. And, also, this is a new channel. Any feedback on any of my videos, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to make good quality content. I know there's so many guys out there that are making picks and shit like that, and I'm not just trying to be like another voice of all of those people doing the same thing. So if there's content that you'd like to see, please let me know. I want to add value to what you're watching. Anyway, let's all have a great weekend, and let's go fucking Volk. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi!